Dallas beat the G-Men 20-15. Malik Neighbors went out with a concussion there. Micah Parsons banged up his ankle as well. That was a boring game. That had all of the elements of why I hate Thursday night football. It was sloppy, a lot of flags, and Dallas wins it 20-15. The spread, by the way, was 5.5. 5.5.
And there's a missed field goal
at the end of the game.
Damn. Oh, no.
And that field goal kicker is really good. But he had, I think, 2 field goals during the game, but then had an opportunity for, I think they had over 80% of the money was on the Cowboys to cover. So Brandon Aubrey had field goals of 40 and 60 yards. But he had a 51-yarder that would have given the over, as far as the over-under of 5.5. Vegas knows what it's doing. You know, I'm watching the game and I go, what's the point? Is it 5 or 5.5? And then I go, 5.5. So 20-15. And this guy's lining up and he's pretty much automatic. And then he missed it. By the way, the Giants failed to score a touchdown for the second consecutive home game. Also, they are the first team to go without a touchdown in its first 2 home games to start a season since, well, the 2023 Giants did the same thing.
Woo! Ow! Stat of the day, stat of the day, stat of the day, stat of the day. This is the stat of the day.
Thank you, Melissa Etheridge. Stat of the day brought to you by Panini America. This first hour brought to you by King's Hawaiian. Sliding into the weekend brought to you by our partners at King's Hawaiian. And there's no shame in saying, hey, nice buns, Dan. Slider Sunday. Slide into the weekend, family, friends, football, and enjoy the weekend. Here's another one. Yes, Eaton.
Dak kind of owns the Giants.
Yes, he does.
Right now.
I think he's lost one time to them in his career.
Yeah, once it's like 13 games in a row or something he's beaten them.
Something like that.
What that felt like a game that used to be sort of marked on your calendar. Like this is always a great rivalry game. I don't know if you could still say that.
No, you can't.
The Giants are just not
good. Yeah, that's not a rivalry. Used to be with Washington and Dallas, big rivalry game. The Cowboys and the Giants, big rivalry game. How many rivalries do we have in the NFL? Steelers-Ravens might be the most intense one, I think, right now. I mean, the Raiders and the Chiefs used to be a big deal. I mean, there's quite a few of them. You know, the Bengals and the Browns just for battle, bragging rights in Ohio. Yes, Marvin.
I think the one non-divisional rivalry, maybe I'm saying this because I'm a 49ers fan, 49ers-Cowboys.
Yeah, because there's a history there.
Right, but most of them are division, like Packers-Bears.
Yeah.
Yep.
But the Packers have dominated the Bears. So, I mean, is it a rivalry?
Bears fans? Is that? Oh, no. It's not here, sorry.
Yeah. Here's one for you. The Giants have failed to score a touchdown in 4 consecutive starts at home by Daniel Jones. Hold on. That hasn't happened to a quarterback in the last 74 years.
Start of the day, 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 start of the day.
All right, so the Cowboys get the win, but now, and I don't know if they're the most covered team. I don't know if they're a good team. I think they have the potential to show signs of being a very good team because you have CeeDee Lamb. Dak is a good quarterback. Micah Parsons yet to really be impactful this year and then got banged up last night. CeeDee Lamb was the Cowboys' leading rusher. See, this is a problem. And I know Jerry Jones says, well, we can't sign them all. Yeah, you're right. But I would have made room for Derrick Henry. And, obviously Baltimore did. And then Derrick Henry goes in and, gashes the Cowboys for 150 yards. You got to have somebody back there that resembles a running back that you would actually buy into play action pass. Again, if Dak is doing play action pass and making it seem like he might give it to Zeke Elliott, I'm like, give it to him. I don't care. And now they're just throwing these little intermediate passes. This is going to be a season-long issue with them. But the Cowboys' next games, they got the Steelers, Lions, bye week, Niners, Falcons, Eagles, Texans. That's pretty tough. I mean, the Steelers are going to, that defense obviously is great. The Lions, we've yet to see them regain their form from last year. The Niners might be healthy by then because there's a bye week and then they face the Niners. We know the Falcons are capable of being good, the Eagles and the Texans. That's a pretty good run there of quality opponents. But here is Dak Prescott not getting too excited after the win.
It was huge. It was huge. Yeah, after obviously losing 2, especially at home. Coming on the road, first division game. Division wins are always tough. As I said, then you add on the road. Before a long weekend, puts a better taste in our mouth. But at the end of the day, as I've said, even after those 2 losses a couple weeks, or the past 2 weeks, it's a process. So we're not going to get complacent. We're not going to get overexcited about what we've done tonight. It's about building, and it's about figuring out what we can do better in all phases. But it's a lot easier to do that with the win.
It is, and I just thought, get a clean win. Get out of there with a clean win. Get a couple of touchdowns. Get some sacks on Daniel Jones, and then live for another day. You couldn't afford a loss, a divisional loss to the Giants there. So they got the win. It wasn't pretty, but, you don't get style points at the end of the year. Just get back to 500. Now you got a pretty tough road here coming up. 877-3DP show. Seaton will. Yeah, Seaton.
It's crazy, too, to think about that game last night for Dallas being a must-win game against a not very good team this early in the season. But the difference between, going home 1-3 versus 2-2 is just massive for that team.
They don't feel like they can win the Super Bowl, right?
Well, you know what it is, too? Like, for a team whose offense should be so good, they sure make it look really hard. They don't get chunks easily sometimes,
Well, I love CeeDee Lamb. I think he's spectacular, but you don't have a running game. And, Jerry has made a lot of mistakes with keeping and getting rid of running backs. I just think that's where, if you can kind of churn out some yards, have some, long extended drives there, because that defense is not a very good defense right now. And the Giants aren't a very good offense, but they're going to be tested here in the coming weeks with, some of these teams they're going to be facing. We've already seen them tested here. But watching them, I don't know how many teams are in the category of we just can't picture them winning a Super Bowl, but they're still a quality team. Yes, Eaton.
They're in that. That could be a first-hour poll question, by the way. Are the Cowboys a Super Bowl contender? Because they feel like a kinda but not really team. Yeah, kinda.
Yeah.
But I don't know if they are.